Okay, this time I'm going to do the giraffe. The giraffe is very, very similar to a basic dog, only that the lengths of the balloons are a little bit different. Now, one point that we'll sort of bring to your attention now is that with most balloons, they all, when you blow them up, they all blow up at different lengths, purely because different colours make a balloon stretch differently, and for some reason they're not all the same length. So when I sort of tell you you need to leave 6 inches at the end, as you tie the balloon, you need to be aware of how much balloon you have left and how much you need to tie. We're going to go through this, now. So if for some reason your balloon didn't stretch as far as you wanted it to, then you would sort of make your medium balloons a little bit smaller. If you've got too much balloon left, then you'd make your medium balloons a little bit bigger, and so on. All right. So for the giraffe, okay, we're going to blow it up, and we're going to leave about 6 inches or so at the end. Okay. We're going to burp our balloon, tie it up. And the first part we're going to do is the nose and the eyes. Okay, so for the nose, okay, just a medium small sort of balloon. And then for the eyes, we're going to do 2 small ones. Okay, so 1, 2. It's important these are the same size. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to fold them over, and then we're going to pinch those together, and then 3.5 more times there. Okay, now what you'll end up with now is the nose, and you'll end up with 2 eyes. Okay, now being a giraffe, we need quite a long neck. Alright, so about that is fine. Now, what we're going to do now with our feet is we're going to do the next level of feet. So in the first level, we basically just did 1 loop and we tied it at the top. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 distinct different feet. The way to do that is simply just to do 2 medium balloons. Okay, fold them over exactly the same way you did the eyes. Okay, 3.5 twists. Okay, and now we have our eyes, our nose, our neck, and our feet. Now, this is the part we're talking about, to be aware of how much balloon you have left. Now, if we had a lot of balloon left, then being the giraffe, we might do a little bit longer body. Okay, if we had like less available, then we would do a very small body. Okay, so we need to sort of have an idea of how much we need to use. So we'll probably do a small body in this case, probably about there. Okay, now the idea of the giraffe, we want to have just a little bit left over for the tail. I'll show you why that is in a minute. Now we're going to do the back legs, so try and make them the same size as the front legs. Okay, 2 mediums. Now I'll show you a trick here. Rather than try and guess at, those 2 balloons being the same size, and as you can see, I haven't quite got that right. The best way to do it this way is to tie your first leg, then fold it over, okay, just like that. And then pinch them together and you'll automatically end up with 2 legs the same size. Okay, now let's have a look at this one. As you can see, what I was aiming for was to have just a little bulb left, but I had heaps more. So what I should have done was actually have a much longer body. So it's not that difficult to untie this, but this is one of these things I was talking about. You need to be aware of how much balloon you've got left. Okay, so I had too much, so let's go for a longer body this time. Okay. Fold it over, and here we have a much better one where we have just a little bubbly part. Now, the reason when we have a tail like this, we need to have a small balloon here, is basically because if there was no balloon there, this knot here wouldn't actually grip and it would just all fall apart, okay? So whenever you do it like that, you must have at least even a small, it can be even half that size if you want to, but there needs to be a small balloon there, because when it blows up, it'll actually grip the hole. So now we have our giraffe. We have our nose, our eyes, our neck, our legs, our body, and our tail.